Right, a warm welcome to you from Geneva, Switzerland, and from really all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be for you. This is a very special moment. Once a year, the Geneva Learning Foundation hosts a celebration. It does not belong to us. It belongs to every health professional who works during World Immunization Week to make a difference. And this is the occasion when we come together annually to share stories and to share also photos, images, visual stories of how immunization staff all over the world, government staff as well as civil society organizations make a difference. We'll be getting started in 1 minute and 27 seconds, as you can see from the countdown. Very pleased to introduce Maria Fernanda Manzano, who'll be my co-host for today. Maria, how are you doing?
Hi, Rita. I'm doing great. I'm very excited for the few more minutes that we're going to be spending together and seeing all this wonderful work that everybody has been sharing with us.
All right, wonderful. And we've got an amazing slideshow with 200 photos selected. Now, since 2021, we've received, health professionals have shared over 3,000 images telling the stories of their daily work. They're not professional photographers. Some have actually a lot of talent for visual storytelling, but the main point is they're telling their own stories, and that is what you're going to hear today and throughout this event. In addition, a number of participants have also shared experiences, challenges, and you'll be hearing about those as well. It's a kind of state of immunization in 2025. It is actually the 5th such event that we organize at the Geneva Learning Foundation. And for that reason, we're calling it, starting today, a tradition. So here we go. You can count down with me from 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. And here we go for this 2025 World Immunization Week celebration. Just a word to say that if you have poor connectivity, we understand. Find the right, and we encourage you to listen to the podcast. We also encourage you, if you want to know more, follow us on social media. Now, this is the 5th year that we're holding this World Immunization Week celebration, and we'd like to, each year we select a different color for the celebration. This is from 2022, I believe, 2023. 2024 was a Nigerian green, just ahead of the launch of the Immunization Agenda 2030 collaborative in Nigeria. And this year's color is what you see here. I don't know if it's green or blue. Maria, what do you think?
I think this aqua turquoise is a beautiful color for 2025.
All right. So, and we've also had amazing sessions around vaccination at Teach to Reach 10. This is a massive peer learning event that happens more than once a year, and we're preparing Teach to Reach 12. At Teach to Reach 10, we marked the 50th anniversary of the EPI program. Now, our first question is really what you've learned from sharing photos and then seeing photos from so many of your colleagues. So we're going to turn to, I believe, Dr. Ugo Chukwu Madu Bueze with this question, and we're going to also show the photograph that she contributed. So we've just gone live, so you don't need to say you already said if you repeat yourself in any way. But you shared this picture of a primary healthcare facility in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Tell us about it, but first do introduce yourself.
Okay, I introduce myself again. My name is Dr. Ugo Chukwu Madu Bueze. I'm a public health physician in Alex Ekweme Federal University Teaching Hospital, and I'm also the Assistant National Coordinator of the Medical Women Association of Nigeria. So as a public health physician, during weeks like this, especially the immunization weeks, we tend to visit primary healthcare centers to strengthen what's on ground talk to the health workers, know how they are doing, what's on ground for them, their systems generally. So on this fateful day, I was there doing my usual business of educating the women, educating mothers, and the beautiful women sitting down there. I had, after the health talk, she called me aside and was wondering if this health facility has been here all along. And I told her, yes, that this health facility has been here. That why would you go all the way far into the city when you have primary healthcare centers next door? And this baby she's carrying is about 4 months old, and the baby has had only OPV vaccine. And so I had to stay with her for some extra time to encourage her that she needs not to miss her daughter's vaccines. And thank God, at least she was inspired, and she learned actually that she needed to follow up on the vaccination schedule. And of course, I've gotten comments on my Twitter page and on my LinkedIn page of colleagues congratulating me. Little steps I've taken, and what's striking is that we do not know how much impact we are doing with the little things we do individually. They all add up to give us that impact that we want to be seen in our communities. Thank you very much. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
To be here. I have
That's wonderful. Now we're going to go to Purity Ireri. Purity, please do introduce yourself. And I believe you are joining for the very first time this World Immunization Week celebration. So please do tell us who you are and how you work for immunization.
Thank you very much. My name is Purity Ireri. I'm from Kenya, Ministry of Health, Embu County. I'm a clinician. I work in a health facility at a rural setup. And as a manager, I ensure that vaccines are available from our central point of collection, and work goes on well at the maternal and child health clinic, where immunization is part of it. And I'm at the end of the day, I've seen like those people who are sharing the pictures are going out. Like, you don't just sit in the facility, you are going out to meet the people, to add into the numbers that are being immunized every now and then. I want to note that in our country, and also in our county, we go ahead to do outreaches for immunization, especially, and to follow up at the community level for those who seem to have lost follow-up. And we bring them back on board through the community health program. So those who lose to follow-up, they are followed back to the community by the community health promoters, and they are brought back for a full immunization. And that one has enabled our county to be part of, as in to make sure that not many children fail immunization. So there are pockets of those who have religious and other cultural beliefs that fail to adhere to the immunization call. But at the end of the day, the government follows up to the community level to ensure the same is also done. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Purity will be asking you to share your experience later on in the event as well. Now, this is a World Immunization Week celebration with participants from all over the world. I'm now going to turn to Dr. P.S. Sarma, who may or may not be joining us for the first time. He's going to tell us if he shared a picture and really what's on his mind on this occasion of World Immunization Week celebration. Dr. P.S. Sarma, are you able to speak to us, please? Otherwise, we'll go to Manisha Danan. Manisha, I believe you are always ready, and I'm asking you to unmute.
Yes, sir. Am I
Yes.
audible, sir?
Yes, indeed. And now you have participated and contributed in many different ways to this World Immunization Week celebration over
Yes,
the
sir.
years. What have you learned from sharing photos and then looking at photos from colleagues from India, but also from many other countries throughout the world?
So I would honestly tell, sometimes I feel that my country is doing better work, and those who are in need, primary health care, mother, childhood, child and mother care, maybe guidelines from India are good enough. Therefore, I shared about my countries, whatever they have done to get each and every person, each and every child immunized. That could be worked as a guidelines to every other country where it is not yet possible, or we can learn from what you have shared, whatever you pay for your photos and whatever articles you have put until now. I have learned a lot from each other countries and would like to share and learn from others also, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, Manisha. Then we'll be coming
Thank you,
back
sir.
and
Thank you, sir.
want to acknowledge the many greetings that are coming in our Zoom studio, but also on social media. Unfortunately, we're not able to show them all. We do want to tell you about what we did last year. Before World Immunization Week, we organized this workshop with Chris DeBode. He's a world-renowned award-winning photographer. This was ahead of Teach to Reach 10 and was about visual storytelling for health. And before we share the slideshow with 200 images really showing, taken by immunization staff themselves, of their daily work, documenting what you do every day to actually make vaccines work, we wanted to share a little bit of the advice that he gave to immunization folks who want to tell their own stories using visual media. And the first thing he shared with us was actually quite surprising for me. He said, we're vulnerable. Photography is about our relationship with the world around us. Have respect for what or who you photograph. Let yourself be known, he told us. Take your time, go back to places you were before. Find depth in your story and be vulnerable. Create a framework. Said, well, what are you going to tell with your images? Create a framework for yourself within which you will work. Find a strong story close to your heart. Don't make it too complicated for yourself. And the picture, he said, tells us who you are as well as what you show. The way to the image: make yourself known to the crowd, come close, make contact, make it personal, show that you care, take your time. That is advice from Chris DeBode, the first fellow of photography at the Geneva Learning Foundation. We want to honor and thank his contribution. Next, we want to tell you, in case you missed them, and I'm sharing for those of you who are in the studio, I'm sharing the links to actually watch this visual storytelling workshop. And now, very pleased to recall the previous outputs. You may say, well, so what? People are sharing photos. Well, have a look. Take the time to go through the what we're now calling the big photo book of immunization. And the first time we did this was in 2022. So again, I'm sharing the links for those of you who are in the studio. But if you're online on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, wherever you may be, or watching the recording, you can go and find these on our website. They're easily available. They're free to download, of course, for World Immunization Week 2023. That collection was called The Many Faces of Immunization. And then in 2024, the who, what, and where of immunization. Every single individual who could share the photo is recognized, is named, unless they did not wish to be named. And then, of course, we select the photos that are included in each collection. Before we begin to ask you questions, and before, of course, we show the slideshow with 200 amazing photos that we've selected for today's global event, just a reminder about what makes a powerful story. And there are 5 things, Maria. Could you sum up your advice based on these 5 items on screen for participants before we begin to hear their stories?
Well, I think that what makes a powerful story is when we from all of those, the one that I like the best is the personal actions. It's how you tell what you were doing and why that mattered. So I think that that's the best way of summarizing all these. It's what you were doing, why didn't matter.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Maria. And just to clarify, for those of you who are now in studio, to request to speak, you type your message in the chat, you raise your hand, check your microphone and headset. It's always disappointing for you and disappointing for us when we can't hear you properly. And then when you're called on, unmute your microphone. So we're going to go into the first question. And so many of you are particularly active. You do more than ever during Immunization Week. And this is the last week of April to reach more children with vaccines in your community. And we'd love to hear what you did differently. So usually activities tend to repeat. They're incredibly effective. They've gotten so many countries up to a very high level of vaccination coverage. And yet there are children that are not being reached. So we want to hear what you did, if you did something differently. We're going to go to Sandra Yahaya. Sandra, this is also your very first time joining the World Immunization Week event. So we'd love to hear from you, first to introduce yourself and then to tell us about your activities during World Immunization Week. I also wanted to say I saw a message, someone who's asking, I don't work in immunization, am I allowed to be here? Of course, if you believe in the power of vaccines, if you want to hear firsthand stories of how immunization staff are keeping vaccination going, making vaccines work, that is why we host this event, and it is absolutely open to everyone. I see, unfortunately, that Tafurodo Mutange is not in the room, so we're going to go to Dr. Bala Ganesa Kumar, and we're going to ask Dr. Bala this question. Dr. Bala, are you able to speak to us?
Yeah, Rita, I'm here.
All right. So first, please introduce yourself, and then really tell us what you were doing. If you were active during Immunization Week, and just what you're doing differently in April, May 2025 compared to immunization, the way you've practiced it in the past.
Yeah. Thank you, Rita. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Bala Ganesh Kumar, Surveillance Medical Officer working for the World Health Organization in India. Southern state of India, that is Tamil Nadu, India. We people are regularly doing the routine immunization monitoring activity as well as the vaccine preventable disease surveillance activities in our region. So in every Wednesday, we'll be doing the immunization monitoring. After this, joining this immunization agenda with the caption that leaving no one behind, we started the completeness, looking for the completeness of the due children list in every session site wherever we are visiting. So at the same time, we are as a supportive supervision, we are training them to how to prepare a comprehensive as well as a complete due list children, so that we could not leave any child behind. So because India is nowadays becoming a fast urbanization country, and most of the rural people are migrating towards the urban areas. So these are these are the areas where missed children are more in the urban areas. If we look at the Indian data itself, previously urban immunization would be more and rural immunization would be less. Nowadays, in the National Family Health Surveillance data, what we understood is there's a decline in the urban data because of the vast urbanization. So many rural people are on day basis, they are migrating towards the urban areas. So it's essential to teach the vaccinator how to prepare a complete as well as a comprehensive due list for every session sites, including these people who are sitting in the migration areas. So we tell them as high risk areas. Those people are sitting at the high risk areas. So those areas should be included in the routine immunization micro plan, and they should prepare a comprehensive due list as per the children available in their area itself. The children may be born somewhere else, but the child is now available in their area. So this area also itself, we started monitoring that activity, and we are teaching them how to do prepare every week micro plan. This due children list as per the children available in that area. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. All right, let's go now to, let's see if Ambrose Yonye is now available. Ambrose, are you able to speak to us? We tried a little bit earlier and then looking at the raised hand. So please raise your hand if you are one of our guests of honor, because then we'd especially like to hear from you. That is why we invited you as a guest of honor. And if you, in particular, if you shared a photo or an experience. So please, we see many raised hands. I'm going to go to, yes, Ambrose, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Right.
I'm available.
All right, wonderful. Let me go to, let's get your photo up on screen, and then do introduce yourself and tell us, are you the guy touching the baby's head? Tell us what's happening here at an outreach session in a facility in Ghana. Where is this? And do introduce yourself first, though.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm Bruce Bodiyonye, Disease Control Officer in Ghana, in the Upper West region, the Fiamabuse South District to be precise. And this event was a catch-up campaign organized within a facility which is Wogu Chips in a community called Wogleri. And here we're targeting at, we try to strengthen on information dissemination, sensitization of the community. Then a good number, all the children under 5 with their caregivers came out with their record cards. We did thorough screening with a team of staff. And from the district level, I was part of, with another officer as a team, visited to support them carry out these screening and then vaccination sessions. So this was done, and we with the crowd that we saw, we needed to just give out our helping hand in conducting the vaccinations. And this was polio that I was administering at that point in time. So children were vaccinated, and all other missed opportunities that we identified, services were provided accordingly. So this is the number of the facility staff that we're working with to support run the activity throughout the community. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much indeed. We've been sharing the greetings, and sometimes those are overlaid on top of the photo. Apologies for that. I'd like to go to Rita Adhikari from Nepal. Rita, we'd love to hear from you if you're available and able to speak to us. Rita Adhikari, love to hear from Nepal today in this World Immunization Week celebration. Asking you to unmute. You just need to, in principle, hit a button to unmute yourself so that you can speak to us. In the meantime, we're going to go to, all right, let me see, we have so, we're a bit overwhelmed with the raised hands. Let's go to, all right, Rita, yes, we would love to hear from you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Rita Adhikari, and currently I'm in Nepal.
Can you tell us who you are and what you do? How do you work for immunization, and what brings you to this celebration?
I am Communication and Social Mobilization Officer, but I work as a Communication and Social Mobilization Officer in back 2 years, but and then right now I'm not at that position because I just resigned it for my graduate master study. So I just completed the master study. So I'm again want to do something innovative in the field of
support present. Okay. Then when you go back home.
All right, I think that was Anita Babukika. Do keep yourself on mute. So Rita Adhikari, are you still involved in immunization? What did you do during World Immunization Week 2025? That was the last week of April.
Actually, I just went in the community and then just find out if there is someone who is unvaccinated. And then I just encourage the women from my own side, like encouraging them to have full immunizations. And if someone is left behind, and then I encourage them doing emotional, emotional blackmail, like if you don't vaccinate the child, then your child will be prone to the disease, different kind of disease. So I just did the emotional blackmail to the mother, so they became, oh yeah, okay, I'll vaccinate my children as soon as possible. So that's the things I'm doing from my own side. But but now, as I don't have any, I'm not involved with any organization. So I just finished my master from the University of Tokyo. So I am
All right.
thinking to use all these things in the upcoming days, and I hope I will get the positions, or I will be in the position to serve the nations in the field of immunization. And I'm very excited, and I'm very much emotionally attached with the immunization program. Thank you so much, and I'm
Wonderful.
very
Thank you.
pleased to be here with you all, the expertise from the world. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rita Adhikari. All right, let's go to Full Maureen, who is one of our guests of honor. Full Maureen, I hope you're able to speak to us, and I'm going to get your. Let's start by getting your photo on screen. So this is the Entem Health Area of New Health District in Cameroon. Can you tell us, first of all, is that you on the right, and then tell us what's happening. Do introduce yourself and tell us why you shared this picture and what you want us to know about it.
Thank you so very much, Reda. I'm Full Marine from Cameroon. Yes, that's me on the picture. There, I'm actually talking to a community health worker who is a social mobilizer for vaccination. I just observed a vaccination session with them. During the session, I supported with the screening of children for malnutrition. But when I observed the mobilizers, I realized that there was a gap, especially in communication. That's communicating to the caregivers about vaccination, and most especially the catch-up for children who have missed out on vaccination. So I had some time to sit with this community health worker. We went through the vaccination calendar, and then I spoke to him about the catch-up, and then walk through with him to be able to communicate about vaccination more comfortably, because I realized all they did was tell the women, yeah, they are coming to vaccinate children tomorrow. You people should come out with the children. And he himself, he didn't really know the vaccines. And when he was asked questions, he will not be able to even go further. So I had this session with him. We went through the vaccination calendar. I was able to tell him each disease that each vaccine will prevent the child from. And during discussions with him, he was able to tell me the terminology or the names in the local language and how they see it, how they believe about it. And then now we agreed that from today henceforth, he's going to talk about vaccination to the men of his community, to the women during their social gatherings, and also to emphasize on the fact that children who have missed out on the regular calendar can be brought back for vaccination once they are still below 5 years of age. I was excited to share this story because I know that this particular community has been affected by the crisis, and there are many zero dose or under immunized children. And if the mobilization is poor, we will not still be able to get all of the children vaccinated. And I feel especially good because I spoke with a community health worker who is respected in his community, who is loved by the people. And I'm sure that when the message comes from him, many more people will listen to him and many more children will be vaccinated. Also, during this week, in preparation for the celebration, we have been putting on messages on our social media handles, especially WhatsApp in my country where many people use it, where we put up messages about vaccination, encouraging people to vaccinate. And at the end of each day, we used to take a tally of how many people viewed the post, how many people commented, and what people said, and it helped us to build a story. Thank you, and over.
Thank you very much indeed. And please, even if you're alone in front of your computer screen, do put your hands together for this remarkable story of how Full Marine is making a difference for immunization. Next is Eric Omolo. So we're going to go to Kenya now to hear from Eric.
Everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Eric from Kenya. First, I take this opportunity to join the celebration week. I realized that immunization saves life and immunization prevents the disability, because I realized that when you work in the immunization center or in the immunization site, you find that there are some people suffering from that getting immunization fully immunized, because they lack the information and they lack the knowledge. So I always go to the community, because in Kenya we have something called UHC. UHC is where we take the help at the community level, because what we want to do is a prevention of some minor problem like diseases. So we start with the immunization, because as we see, immunization is start from at birth, at the beginning to the end, go to the 5 years. So when you see you left, maybe when a child born and shares he never gets any immunization or any vaccine, that might lead the child to suffer from a certain diseases or to become disability. So I take that opportunity to go to the community, even without paying. I go to the community, I mobilize the community, I screen the community, and I tell them the importance of immunization, because others, they don't know the importance of the immunization. So when I go to the community, I go with the community health worker, or what we call them, community social worker. So I used to go with them. So we share the importance of getting or for taking a child to immunize, to prevent further some problems. So that week is a wonderful week, because even today, as we talk, I'm from the community, and what we share there is the immunization. We have some defaulters, because we may say that even if you have not fully immunized, even if you get maybe to semi at the first dose or the second dose, and you fail to get the third dose, you are not fully immunized. So I am always tell them, let's get the full immunized from 0 day at birth to 18 months. Then we proceed with the monitoring. So that's why I came to realize that there are some individuals, they don't aware, because they give birth at home and they don't know the importance of the CTP. They lack the knowledge. So I take that opportunity to go to the community and share what can be preventable, because immunization, it is something you can prevent, because it is something not you can miss. So that is what take me there today, and I share with them. Even this section started later, but I would like it to start early so that we can share. And even I can share some pictures with the community, because I work with the silent people. But I take this opportunity. I say thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you very much indeed. We understood your point indeed. Now there's so many raised hands right now. I'm not sure where to go. We're at the half-hour mark. What we had planned was to switch over to do the slideshow now. So I think we are going to ask you to be patient, especially for our guests of honor who have been invited specifically because they made a contribution, shared a photo or an experience, and there's so much to discuss. And we also know that that time is the most precious resource. So we are going to go into the slideshow now. And I think we took a little bit too long with Charlotte with our method of maybe read a little bit too much. So we are going to go through it quite quickly. We'll be sharing the full set of slides and sharing them through our social media in the coming days and weeks. So without any further ado, we are going to go into a slideshow. And here we go. So these are in the order in which they were received. We did have to make a selection in some cases, as I explained earlier. Mohammed Abubakar Garba was, I believe, the first person to share a photo this year. Hussein Sheikh Ahmed Waberi from Somalia. Dr. Nawab Khan from Pakistan. Let's see if we can find the right beat for this. Samuel Majong from South Sudan. Muslimu Salisu, Nigeria. Sarah Senya Kobina from Ghana. Josephat Kabamba Kafuku from DRC. Two pictures. Abdullahi Abdul Kadir, Nigeria. Aminu Yunusa Abdul Kadir, Nigeria. Fatima Aminu from Katsina State. Dr. Gautami Pavnati sent a picture from an urban slum in Bangalore in India. Isa Yusuf Isa, Katsina State. Farah Abdallah Ali from Djibouti. Fateh Azmat Ula from Pakistan. And Tombele Gumede from South Africa. Jaffer Roder from Kenya. Olawiola Abayomi Owode from Oyo State. Dr. Priya Bansal from India. Eric Lugunda Niembo, Democratic Republic of Congo. Pharmacist Bernard Baru Bediako from Ghana. Prince Qasim Saludin from Nigeria. Dr. Nawab Khan from Pakistan, and we honor all of you who took the time and the care to share a photo of the daily work that you do. Dr. Khalid Hussein Memon from Pakistan. Pamela Mukami and Jeru from Kenya. Dr. Memuna Irfan from Pakistan. Dr. Nawab, Pakistan and India, both well represented. We heard from Dr. Ugo Chukwu Madubueze. Zubad Ali Mohammed from Somalia. Magaji Garba Adamu, polio campaign in Gombe State. Dr. Nawab Khan Mirpur. Eric Omolo from Kenya. We heard from him a few minutes ago. Raju Khatri from Nepal. Dr. Nawab Khan from Pakistan. Dr. Ayoyo Emilia Ujunwa from Nigeria, a nurse actually. Patrick Songa from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Abdul Rahman Yahaya Tanko, Nigeria. As you can see, some people sent in selfies, like Suleiman Fode Mansarai, and you are the ones making vaccination work, vaccines work from Sierra Leone. Sonia Bota from South Africa. Shaibu Saka from Savannah Region Facility in Ghana. Akande Sina Dewale from Nigeria, market sensitization. Musa Al Hassan from Zamfara State. Mateo Spuna, national level in Timor-Leste. Joseph Mbari Ngugi, Gatundu North, Kiambu County facility in Kenya. Ibrahim Abdullahi Maikano in Bauchi State. Dr. Martina Ezama Shika Ordinaka from the Jaba district in Nigeria. Another picture, this one from Umuguma in Owerri West. Mother was giving her child oral vitamin A. Kaka Lawan Bundi from Nigeria. Dr. Kaiser Parviz in Saudi Arabia. Mr. Ebenezer Awine Amongba from Ghana. Dr. Kanwal Koja from Pakistan. Mohammed Abubakar Garba, a contributor. This is his selfie this time. Ambrose Bodiyonye, we heard from him as well. Dr. Mufakar from Pakistan. Abdul Qadir Mohammed Ahmed Kenyan, national from Somalia. Mawahid Modetir Osman from Sudan. Mohammed Wajid Ali from Pakistan. Bhuvnesh Soni from India. Dr. Hassan Abdinu Mohammed. And the stories are worth reading. There's some remarkable stories. We unfortunately don't have time today with so many photos. And we are going to stop at the Anglophones. There's also a whole set of photos that we translated from the Francophones if you want to see what's happening in Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, in the other Francophone countries. Kingsley Kofi Niniere in Kintampo municipality in Ghana. Ishak Mod Ishak from Nigeria. Abdirahman Hussein Mohammed from Somalia. And let's see what's happening. Okay, here we go. Dr. Akhtar Mohammed Islam from Afghanistan. Another picture from Afghanistan, polio campaign. Dr. Oladayo David Awoyale from Nigeria. Mohammed Fazal Din, Pakistan. Nelson Ayamga from Ghana. Vishash Kumar from India. Mumba Isaac Efasi from Zambia. Sabitu Sanusi from Nigeria. Mukhtar Suleiman from Nigeria. And yes, we're proud that Nigeria is our largest community of scholars, of health professionals. We're going to mark the first year anniversary of the Immunization Agenda, collaborative in Nigeria, in collaboration in partnership with UNICEF and NPHCDA. Loretta Ota Awukpome from Port Harcourt. Farhan Ali Mohammed from Djibouti. Ambassador Magaji Garba Adamu from Nigeria. Let's see, I don't think this music quite works. So let's go to the next one. Let's see. All right. Well, Maureen, we heard a little bit about her story. Emmanuel Okala from Ekiti State. Nikia Salemu from Ethiopia. Abdul Karim Kamara from Liberia. Dr. Mohamed Yakubu from Nigeria. Mr. Joseph Fresh Kakai from Kenya. Dr. Grace Ardua Nelson from Ghana. Awa Jugado Mohammed from Nigeria. Dr. Laureen Monga Binti Ramazani from Guinea. Joseph Abubakar from Sierra Leone. Tiel Philip Malong from South Sudan. Hayatu Ali Ubala from Nigeria. Dr. Mudassir Ali Abro. Dr. Aisha Kadai from Nigeria. Haruna Mohammed Almajir. Done Kwame Okiere from Ghana. Abaid Ureman from Pakistan. We're going to be going back to one of the most used musical pieces for our events. Abaidu Rahman from Pakistan. Miller Ahmed Hardo from Nigeria. And we want to honor each and every one of you who shared a photo. Grace Sukchan from Trinidad and Tobago. She's the EPI manager for the country. George Nyandoro from Guinea. Felema Moherese from Kar from Central African Republic. Wakar Ahmed Sumro from Pakistan. Magaji Abdul Rahman from Katsina State. Castro Fugembong from Ghana. Salisu Garba from Nigeria. Usman Haladu from Nigeria. Mohammed Abubakar Garba. Sajir Musa Zaka. Chepkwoni Kipkurui, well done, from Kenya. Dr. Vikas Dubey from India. Sarah Senya Kobina from Ghana. Kingsley Kofi Niniere from Ghana. Elfatu Danladi from Nigeria. Dr. Sajama from South Sudan. Tafuroda Mutange from Kangemi facility in Nairobi. Shatima Bukar Abdul Kadir from Nigeria. Dr. Ugo Chukwu Madu Bueze, we saw her photo and heard from her firsthand earlier. Alviduga from Nigeria. Machoke Gapili Mangalme Urban Health Center in Chad. Umalere Asuman Seibu Sirifi from Niger. Salut Sila from Senegal. And we're going into the Francophone stories and photos in this World Immunization Week celebration. This is a 5th annual event, now has become officially a tradition. We hope that you've enjoyed seeing your photos, images, telling the stories in your own, with your own image of the daily work that you do to make vaccines work for the children and families of your country, of your community, so that they're protected from vaccine preventable diseases. This is what we're celebrating today, following World Immunization Week, which takes place at the end of April. I'm now going to turn to Maria and perhaps Charlotte Mbu, who joined us midway. She's actually in Nairobi currently attending a conference. I want to warmly welcome her and want to ask Maria who we shall hear from next. I had Farhad Marjan and Arka Maji on the list, so perhaps we'll start with Arka Maji. Arka, please, we'd love to hear from you. All right. Arka Maji is not responding. Let's go to Dr. Isha Goyal. And we'll also go to, Dr. Goyal, a warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Reda. Hi, Reda. My story, which I have shared, that was the thing which we have done in 2022. But latest in the World Immunization Week, we have introduced the adolescent vaccination. Since we are talking about the under 5 children vaccination for a long time, in this process the adolescent vaccination is somewhat lost, so we have launched a school campaign for TD vaccination among the children who are aged 10 years and 16 years. So we have vaccinated the children of class 5th and class 10th in schools, so that they can get also immunity against the tetanus and diphtheria. So that is a campaign which has been initiated in my state, Uttar Pradesh, and I am working as surveillance medical officer in WHO. Initially, I forget to introduce myself. And I'm looking after the immunization activity overall, starting from the micro planning till the monitoring. So in the form of campaign, we have celebrated the World Immunization Week. And also, besides the school campaign, what we have done, we have listed the left out and missed out children up to the age of 5 years and vaccinated them also during the outreach and fixed session sites, so that we can increase the immunity of our under 5 children also. Thanks, Reda.
Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Isha Goyal from India. Let's try to go now to Farhad Marjan. Farhad, we'd love to hear from you as well. We know you're one of our guests of honor, and there are right now, just a second ago, there were 15 hands raised. Okay. So please do not, we ask for your indulgence. If you do not get to speak today, but we will honor and recognize every contribution made. So Farhad Marjan, a warm welcome to you. Do introduce yourself and tell us first what you contributed to this event. And then if you can tell us what you did during Immunization Week and what you actually did differently, if anything.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Rida. First of all, good afternoon from Afghanistan. I am Dr. Farhad Marjan, serving as a monitoring and evaluation officer with the National Expanded Program on Immunization under the Ministry of Public Health. It's both a privilege and an honor to join you today as a guest of honor for World Immunization Week 2025. I stand here not only as a health professional, but as a representative of the thousands of dedicated individuals working tirelessly across the Afghanistan to ensure every child is reached with the life-saving vaccine. For over 10 years, I have served in the public health, 6 of them dedicated specifically to immunization. Our work is challenging. We operate in environments marked by conflict, insecurity, limited access, and fragile health system. So, yet, in the face of these difficulty, I have seen extraordinary resilience and commitment from our field team. One example I'd like to share is from a recent mission to Badghis province in the western region of Afghanistan. After the 3 months without effective supervision due to the instability, we were able through strong coordination with the local health authority to restore routine immunization across the province. The result, within just a few weeks, we observe a significant improvement in the service delivery and the coverage, especially for Penta 3 and measles antigen. Of course, we have a lot of outbreaks in that area. But beyond the numbers, what inspires me most are the faces, the smile of the healthy child, the graduate of a mother, the determined of the vaccine who work however each day to reach the most remote village. Immunization is more than a technical intervention. It's an act of equity, a symbol of trust, and a bridge of peace. I thank the Geneva Learning Foundation for this meaningful recognition. It's a reminder that while our struggles are local, our mission is global. By sharing story and learning from each other, we strengthening a worldwide movement, one that protect the health and future of the every child. Thank you so much, Rita.
Thank you very much indeed. Now let's go to next. We're going to go to South Sudan with Dr. Essa Jama, also a leader in this community, well known to us for his many contributions and support. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Jama. Tell us, where are you and what does far to reach mean when you're in South Sudan? Can you tell us about the journey that took you where this photo was taken? All right, it looks like Essa Jama has a microphone unmuted, but we're not able to hear him, so we'll have to do with any messages he may be able to type in the chat. And we always ask our guests of honor in particular to check their equipment, make sure their connectivity. But again, even if you do everything that you can still find yourself in this situation. So he wrote to us, vaccination preventable outbreaks such as cholera and measles, dispatch and distribution of vaccines. So yes, Essa, we've unmuted your microphone, but we're not hearing you. So we'll do one last call before we unfortunately have to give up, I believe, and go to the next. But we will share any messages you may be able to share in the chat. All right, back to you, Maria. Who shall we hear from next?
Thanks, Rita. So we have Raymond Atuku that is also unmuted. Raymond, are you able to speak?
President. Yeah. Raymond is here.
All right, Raymond.
Go ahead, Raymond.
Yes, please introduce yourself. And then we actually have three questions. We, if you'd like to share about your photo, we'd love to hear about that. If you would like to share your biggest challenge, or tell us about a time when you really saw that vaccines save lives. But whichever you choose, please choose something very specific that actually happened to you. That's personal experience, not general opinions. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm called Raymond from Ghana. I'm a community health nurse and I work in a remote area, particularly an area that it is very hard to reach. When it rains, it's difficult. I have to cross a lot of water bodies before I can get to where I work. Yeah, so I just want to share that during the immunization week, I had a lot of success stories. What I did so differently was that I was able to involve the community volunteers and the community health workers who are part and denizens of each community that is under my coverage area. So one thing that we sought to do was that we decided to visit each household to do home visiting. So when you are able to get the people at their various homes, you are able to ascertain from their cards to know the vaccines they have missed for some time, and you'll be able to administer those vaccines. And that's particularly helped us to be able to treat up our IPv2 coverage so well. And I'll say that thanks to Rita and Co for all this initiatives that we are putting on for us to learn so much about immunization. So basically, this is what I did during the weekend, and I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Raymond Tuku. Let's go now to Bhuvnesh Soni. And You'll correct the pronunciation if I got it wrong, but I believe when we're going to show your photo on screen. Thank you, Maria. So you are calling in from Uttar Pradesh, and this is actually a set of photos, a beautiful mosaic of pictures. Tell us, first of all, introduce yourself, and then tell us what's happening in these photos and why you shared them for this celebration.
Yeah. Thank you for just joining me. So basically, I am Bhuvnesh Soni, a social activist from Mathura, UP, and I have around 11 years of grassroots experience in the community empowerment. So before the pandemic, I have worked with a lot of, you can say, government departments and the ministries as well. So I have worked with many of transport and highways, and here in Mathura, I have helped Chief Medical Officer in, you can say, implementing the central government schemes and state schemes, etc. So I co-initiated the Happiness Volunteers movement at the time of COVID. So that platform has become the lifeline during this COVID-19, especially for the migrant workers like that. So at that time, I was in Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. So I worked closely with the district administration, national war rooms, frontline workers to just streamline the AIDS and vaccination drive. Like, so I collaborated with Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, UNICEF, Sphere India, grassroots NGOs, lot of social activists, college colleagues like that. And through all the combination of these efforts, so we help more than 8 lakh migrant workers across India. And out of them, according to me, we initiated and secured around 1 lakh plus vaccinations nationwide. And this collective effort was honored by a former president of India, Shri Ramnath Kovindji as well. And I was given the Changemaker Award as well by the governor of Goa as well in the Raj Bhavan like that. So today, as we just advance the immunity agenda like 2030, so I would just urge to just reignite that spirit of collaboration and would say ki, we can just reduce the gap between community, government, or any type of global stakeholders, like so that we can collectively achieve so many things. And what I personally believe that coming from a grassroots NGO or coming being a very grassroots worker, so I can understand the capacity of volunteerism. So
thank you very much, Bhuvnesh Soni, for this contribution. As you know, there are many hands raised right now. I see 16 hands raised currently. So thank you for your contribution and for taking the time to share your experience in this photo. So let's now go to our next.
Giving me this chance.
Our next speaker, Maria. Who shall we hear from next? Or Charlotte, actually. Right, Maria or Charlotte, are you able to speak? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking Gifty if she's able to unmute. And Nelson Ayama also. Gifty, hi, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Dr. Maria, Mr. Rida, and everyone. I'm happy to be here. I'm Gifty Akosia Jigbe. I work in the Goma West District in Ghana. It's another beautiful year with a celebration, and we are super excited. Yeah, so comparing last year and this year, I would say for last year, what happened was that we're more focused on only one session, just the World Immunization Week. But this year, something different is happening where we have combined both Child Health Promotion Week with the Immunization Week. So I would say for my district, we started everything from this month, which is the 5th, and then we'll end on the 16th of May. But before then, we had preparations going on where we have to create awareness on social media platforms. We try to go to the Ghana Health Services pages to take the flyers, all creating awareness, and then we put them on our social media like the WhatsApp platform, because most of our networks are on the WhatsApp. Then also we liaised with the some organizations. So let me say, for instance, the Birth and Death Registration Office, because during this program we want to just make it more lively, that could just entice our nursing mothers to come around. So she's not only coming for immunization, she's only coming for us to also check the weight, of this child. then also the nutrition. So we are doing free registration for them for their birth certificate, and then also we have education on what the different kinds of food they're supposed to feed their children when they get to 6 months, and which is the complementary feeding. So we have food demonstration as well. So on the radio, we still creating awareness, and I'll say in all, we have a good turn up, or we're still having a good turn up in all the communities. Then also in the community too, before then we engage stakeholders. We wrote letters to some churches and then the Muslims in the communities too. Then also the community information centers, because we assume that some people will actually go to the farm very early or they'll come back very late. So when we have the jingles being played around during maybe at dawn, they'll be able to benefit. So in all, I would say it's a good turn up. We can see mothers coming in with their numbers. And as usual, I focus more on girls and women and also children under 5 years with disabilities. So they are not left out. We make sure that they are also part of this celebration. For our challenge, I would say that some nursing mothers, especially because I focus more on the disability side, still have this perception. So that they are like, they're already scared. I always say this, and it is not like I always say it's not a one-day thing. So I'll keep on saying it. They still have that fear, but it has come to a point where, because they come to believe, they come to trust me that, oh, even if Auntie gives it here, then we are fine, we are okay. So I'm happy that at least, although there's a challenge of they having a fear that they already have a girl with disability and now having another baby again, are we sure this vaccine is not going to cause any harm whereby their grandchild also become disabled? But when I try to just explain and allay the anxiety and look at the side effects, I tell them, oh, I'm available. If anything, just let me know that the child has temperature and I'm happy to manage. Has actually helped them to be able to have a good turn up for the celebration. So yeah, basically that is it for this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Gifty. We have just a few minutes left in this celebration. Please do not be frustrated or be resentful if you are not, in particular for our guests of honor. We try to accommodate as many voices and as many of you as possible. We've shown the photos. There has been a selection there as well, so please, we beg for your indulgence. But I do want to go to Esther Yakubu. Esther Yakubu, please do introduce yourself and then tell us what you did during World Immunization Week, if you did anything differently, and overall what you'd like to bring to the celebration.
Thank you, Mr. Ryder. Esther Yusuf Yakubu, working with Health and Development Support Program as a Senior Program Officer. Well, what I did new, which I'll say it's not totally new, because we still need to educate people on the importance of vaccination. More new vaccination are coming. Some places people are being resent. They find it difficult to accept it. So what I did with my team was to ensure that we educate people, because lack of knowledge on a certain thing delay the acceptance. So we go from house to house, educating people on the importance of vaccine and how safe it is in the life of children. So we're thinking of bringing something new which will make everyone to participate, in the sense that getting people that benefit from vaccine to testify how it helps their children. And maybe by so doing, others that refuse will get encouraged and join into the train. So this is what we think we are going to do this year. Thank you, and over.
Thank you very much indeed. Now we are at the end of this World Immunization Week celebration, but this is only the beginning. And in fact, we have some exciting announcements to share with you about what is coming next from the Geneva Learning Foundation. So first of all, if you have not yet seen the big photo books of immunization coming from the Movement for Immunization Agenda 2030, we encourage you to go look at them. It goes back to 2022. But these we have shared before and you have seen before. We have some completely new announcements for those of you who've stayed through till the end. And I don't think I saw anybody leave during this session, which really speaks to the whoops, I just shared the French version. You can ignore that one. And then the English 2024 book, I think, is probably one of the most impressive collections. So please do look at those. I'm sharing the links directly with folks in our Zoom studio, but you can find them online by going to Geneva Learning Foundation's website. And then I think the final announcement we'd like to make is last year for International Women's Day, 177 TGLF alumna, women who participate in our programs, shared their experience addressing their daughters, but also addressing any other young women who aspire to a career in health or humanitarian work. It's quite a collection and has so impressed us, and the reception has been so amazing that this year we're actually announcing a course, a peer learning course based on the book Women Inspiring Women. You can get both from www.learning.foundation/women, and there's amazing learning and experiences shared. And because it is a peer learning course, the way it works is that you can actually share your experience and then have other participants, other women or men participating in the course, share their feedback. And really the big difference from the cohort-based learning that many of you have experienced at the Geneva Learning Foundation is that these you can do on your own time, at your own pace, at any time that is convenient to you. So in the past, there's always a struggle. Am I available during this period? Am I going to miss a deadline? These are open access and really open at any time that you are ready to engage. You can earn, I believe, from that particular course up to 5 certificates from the Geneva Learning Foundation, around 5 different themes that you'll find in this peer learning course. And then for those of you who are more interested in technical expertise, we have, based on the experiences shared at Teach to Reach 9, really a remarkable I'm looking for we have on measles outbreaks, based on the experiences shared at Teach to Reach by professionals from all over the world. You can join this course at any time. And again, you can see some start and end dates. In some cases, we'll set deadlines to help you really set a goal to actually finish a particular course. But let me see, I'm not finding the music that the musical background that I'd really like. So you can sign up to this one at any time. The course is already open. It is available in both English and French. And so these two are available right now. What we have coming very soon are additional peer learning courses. For some reason only we don't have the English here, but it is going to come out in English on HPV vaccination. Additional courses on neglected needs of women's health, the curriculum on the on climate change and health, all based on the experiences of your colleagues. That means that what you will study in these courses, alongside the technical knowledge that you have from pre-service training, from global guidelines, is really the experiences of your colleagues. And you can choose to focus on only the specific areas that you're interested in and earn certification by completing this peer learning process in which you respond to questions and then give and receive feedback on the specific focus of a module for which you will earn certification. We have additional courses on right, and again we have a few language issues, but we do have peer learning courses similar to this on the Geneva Learning Foundation's brand new platform to be able to offer and deliver such courses. The same on climate change, as well as, let me find the right, malaria. Yes, on malaria action. So we'll be offering those. Those will be coming out. The best way to keep up, to be sure you do not miss any of these learning opportunities, is to follow us on social media. So that's really the most exciting announcement following this. Of course, we'll have courses such as the one on measles outbreaks and vaccine preventable diseases, but many other topics. So that's it for this event. And once again, I want to give a big round of applause to everyone, and apologies to those of you, to our guests of honors. Not everyone got to speak. There's so many This doesn't happen every time. So many hands raised, and appreciate your indulgence. Marwa, John, I see Antomeli Gumede. We're grateful for your participation, for your commitment. We're still seeing some thank you, Blandine Olinga. I wish we could have heard from you as well. So we are going to go into this final sequence. If you'd like to say goodbye, we're going to be showing your messages for World Immunization Week. We have William Twene Boaus as a celebration. It's very educative. We promise to do our best to reach every child as far as vaccination is concerned. Wonderful. Thank you for your wonderful program. Dr. Carlos Funzamo, thank you for your participation. Please, this is your chance to share your message for World Immunization Week. And Abdullah Jallo, next time we're really grateful and we'll be recognizing formally your contribution. Purity, okay. Purity, we heard, was participating for the very first time. So I actually thought of asking her. She says, thank you so very much for this wonderful experience. I look forward to working more to this noble agenda of immunization to save our generations globally. Don't just say thank you. Tell us what you thought of this event, and also what is your message for World Immunization Week. And thank you to Darling Ogbulu following us from YouTube. All right, and David Afolabi, very glad to be in attendance today. After many years in service as immunization officer, my participation in TGLF, the Geneva Learning Foundation, could not be overemphasized because it built my confidence in presenting my cases on immunization activities to the political office holder, community stakeholder, NGO, and other. Now that I'm retired, congratulations, David. I feel glad and honored participating in the program. Thanks to Charlotte and to Rida. Thank you, and congratulations. Milo says, I'm impressed with the program. It's an eye-opener. Committed to do more vaccination for every African child. Many thank yous. And that's always wonderful. Thank you so much for everything that you do, the work that you do every day. We actually considered not holding an event this year. And we're so glad that we did.